Hello and welcome to today's video. Today, on the second day of the crafting week, we have made 1000 caster amulets. On the first day we made 1000 blood amulets, which was very fun. We managed to get a lot of winners. We also had a lot of losers, and today we're going to see what we ended up with. But first, let's talk a little bit about caster crafting. I think this is one of the more important types of crafting to get to know in the game, as it helps you both in the early game and in the late game. It has a lot of opportunities for a lot of different builds. So first, let's just go over what caster craftings give. You have for the amulets that we crafted 1000 of, 5 to 10 FCR, gives 4 to 10 regen mana and some flat mana. The reason people make it is to make that high FCR amulets, and remember, amulets can naturally get 10 FCR, and this will add 5 to 10 FCR to that potential. So on a perfectly rolled amulet, you could also get 20 FCR on the base itself, and also get 2 skills, giving you a 220 or a 215 to 220 type of amulet if you're lucky, of course. So that's the kind of thing we were hoping to get when we were crafting our amulets. That's kind of like the goal with caster amulets. But that's not the only useful one. I just chose amulets because I wanted to make a cool amulet. There are a lot of other useful options for caster crafting, so let's look at them. We have rings. Rings guarantee 5 to 10 energy, but they're mostly loved for their 1 to 2 MPK. It's a way to just guarantee MPK on your rings. And MPK can be very valuable, especially for sorceress and necromancers that are usually more heavy on the mana side. But you can even make them for other classes. There are other classes that still enjoy them. You have belts. Belts are guaranteed 10 FCR, no range, just flat 10 FCR, which is great either if you're SSFing and you just need some FCR, you don't necessarily have an Arax, but it's also great in case the belt itself rolls another 10 FCR on top of it, which it can, of course, roll, giving you up to 20 FCR on the belt craft, and then you can maybe even make your 30 FCR belt if you slam 10 FCR, like you can slam on Arax. It's one of the only ways to combat Arax FCR, is the caster crafting belt. So that's very cool. We have gloves. Gloves 5 to 10 FCR range, guarantees MPK as well. So 2 great affixes for gloves. People are normally using only the free natural FCR gloves with like occult, like the uniques occultist and mage fist, or the necromancer set Triangle's claws when they need high FCR. But you can replicate that kind of high FCR with glove caster crafting. And you get MPK on top of it. So if you don't need whatever the unique gloves or the poison scald damage from Triangle's gloves gives, you can make yourself a pair of FCR gloves. The boots I don't think are very good. 5 to 10 max mana, 4 to 10 regen mana, and some flat mana. Personally, I don't think caster boots are that much worth it. For helms, many people will gloss over this, but this is actually very useful for Warcry barbarians and for more for SSF fire druids or cold druids. This guarantees 5 to 10 FCR on your helm and some regen and flat mana. But the main reason you'd use this on a Warcry barb is to get +4, +5 unique barb helms with some FCR on top of it. So it's a cool way to make yourself a unique helm for your Warcry barbs. For the chests, this is not often used, but this actually has enormous potential, especially for energy shield sorceresses. You can definitely use 5 to 10 FCR on the chest. This is, of course, separate from the 20 FCR you can roll naturally on the chest. Guarantees 2 to 6 MPK, which is a lot of MPK. So very nice use, not often seen. We have for shields, I mostly know this is used for necro offhand, just to guarantee some FCR on them. Guarantees 5 to 10 FCR, 10 to 20% chance to block, 20 to 30 mana. So we're going to show that as well. And we have for weapons, and this is the important one, guarantees +1 all skills and 10 to 20 FCR, and it's used on so many weapons. So I'll just kind of go over it. Option number 1 is to use it on, here I prepared some, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, 10 infusions. So the reason you'd use it on a bow, just to kind of show it up, you'll make a bow, and you see it gives you +1 to all skills, plus bow and crossbow. For people who run elemental builds, right, the elemental bow builds, they want to have a lot of plus skills, so this is one of the ways for them to get like +6, +7 type of bows, if they're lucky, of course. If they roll +3 to bow and crossbow, 2 to Amazon, +1 to all skills, you get a 6 plus the skills type of bow. That's their like desired bows. They can craft these very cool caster bows. Other weapons that are used are clubs for druids. This is used both for summon druid and early on can be used for other things. And what did we roll here? I'm seeing plus oh, it's +5 to Carrion Vine. I got excited for a moment. So if this gets +6 to Carrion Vine, that's actually very good. It got +5 to Spirit of Bars, +6 to Feral Rage. Early on, if you're just SSFing, this is a very common option for people to go for when they are a summon druid. You can see it's +3 to summons, 20 to FCR. You can slam it for +1 on top of it, or get some extra, useful affixes. So it's kind of like a budget Hodo for a lot of people. So very nice little club here. Another use is the claws. For Blade Sentinel, for example, using an offhand +5 or +6 claw is very recommended. And we didn't get it here, but as you can see, guarantees plus skills, and you're just trying to get like +3 to Blade Sentinel, +2 to Assassin, or something like that on these kind of claws. For wands, this can be used for sorceress, or for if you want a sorceress, you'd use like the specific crystal globes, but it can be used for necromancer as well. And on these, you'd be looking for maybe +5 or +6 to corpse explosion. You can look for desecrate wands. You can look for all sorts of things. This could have also very wide variation of things you would want on it in terms of what skills. +6 to Fire Golem, I think, is the most valuable one that people are looking for. So these are all the weapons that, not all, these are some weapon examples. For the shield, you'll see we do a little slam. And what you're hoping to get on this for the most part is things like either corpse explosion, +5, teeth +5, you can get Bone Spear, of course, Fire Golem, Desecrate, or Poison Nova. All of them are like interesting options to get. Dark Pact, not a lot of people use it, but it's a great option craft for Dark Pact. So yeah, this is a cool shield use. For the belt, you'll see guarantees the 10 FCR, and you're hoping to, of course, hit that double FCR fix to get it all the way to 20, while you can still roll resistances, strength, and all that. For gloves, just to show it off, this one got 20 IAS, sadly. Not what you want to see on this kind of gloves, but you can see the MPK, half freeze duration, FCR. If you roll like a 20 FCR, half freeze, you get the MPK. Suddenly you have an insane pair of gloves. Very potent type of gloves. People overlook this type of crafting often. For armor, you can see guarantees some FCR. This one didn't roll what we were looking for. Bunch of life, mana, resist, a lot of enhanced defense. So not exactly what we wanted. For the Barb Helm, 10 FCR, 1 to Whirlwind. We want to see a Warcry on this one. It's of course for the Barb Shout builds. And last one I'm going to show is the Ring. We got one with 11 res. It's not bad. Only 1 MPK, sadly. And you're hoping to see mostly 10 FCR on these when you roll them, because these are normally, craft for FCR. For casters, I mean, but it's still like it's still an okay craft. So yeah, these are all the or some of the different uses of caster crafting. You can see here what do you need to combine with which item in order to make the actual craft. Now let's show a little bit of how our crafting session went yesterday. And once again, we went all the way to Anya to shop for a ton of caster amulets. And as always, let me pull the information, how things actually ended up playing for us. So we started crafting about 3 hours and 20 minutes into the stream, and it took us a total of an hour and 45 minutes to do the entire crafting session, including all the yapping that I did while doing this, and including me grabbing a snack and you know, buying more gold, because this is so gold intensive. How much like you need to pay for all these amulets from Anya? Seriously, she needs to take our prices down. So this way we went ahead and crafted a bunch. We slammed a bunch of amulets, and let's show after 124 amulets, that's what we chose to slam. So 124 out of a total of 1000 crafts. Let's show what we actually ended up with. And where's my... Yep, there it is. So the way things actually ended up playing, all the way, everything that's behind this key, so it's like, ignore it, it's not important. Let me sell all of these. And this. So all of these amulets and these columns, that's a total of 33 amulets. All of them were bricks, so about 1/4. You know, it's about consistent. 33 out of 124. It's about 1/4 of the amulets bricked. That's to be expected. Sadly, a lot of the good ones that I was actually looking forward to bricked. We didn't have any good bricks like we did yesterday that were interesting, you know, to keep around. Let's go ahead and get rid of them. And as you can see, unlike the first day where we ended up with a bunch of crafts that were kind of interesting, right? This time we only had 5 actual slams that were interesting, and even out of them, I don't think a lot of them were good. So I'll show off like a couple. We had another one of those 2 max all resist on 2 PNB, 10 FCR, a lot of all res, and a lot of fire res. So this could be like a declone amulet for a necromancer to use. We had another one of those 2 max all for necromancer, 2 necro skills, 10 FCR, with a little bit of poison res. So again, a little bit inferior to this one in my opinion, even though it's necromancer skills and not PNB, since necro normally like bosses with PNB anyway. So these 2 amulets kind of similar. I don't think they're very valuable. We had this amulet. This is an LLD amulet. Remember, when you're crafting, always check for amulets that are level 30 or below. We had this 2 to lightning skill, 7 FCR, cannot be frozen. Kind of okay amulet, not insane. Maybe worth a Lucian for an LLD player who wants to play lightning for their LLD. So not too bad. Sadly, the mana roll was a little low. Could have definitely gotten a lot more mana. And the 2 amulets that I'm actually interested in out of the 124 that we slammed, the 1000 that we crafted, one of them is this one. This is one of the options I told you about where you roll 15 FCR base or higher, 15 to 20 FCR base. 2 to druid skills, cannot be frozen. Actually a pretty solid one. If this gets, you know, Lucian for +1, then it would be a free 15 with CBF. That's not bad at all for the druid class. So this is one of our wins, and the other one, +3 to elemental or +1 all skills, 2 to elemental, 9 FCR, 19 all res, has 11 MF on it too. Pretty solid amulet in my opinion, definitely has potential. Normally elemental druids prefer to have blood amulets, and in my opinion I would have preferred the blood amulet as well as a fire druid last season. But this is still a very nice amulet. It's not easy to find good amulets anymore at this point of the season, so definitely could be sold for a little bit for the lucky elemental druid, hopefully, who was looking for. So yeah, that was our results. A little bit of a disappointing day, but not all days can be lucky. You know, some days you just don't hit as many as the last day, and that's okay. That's part of the game. That's part of crafting. Overall, I believe that the Ral runes and the Amethyst each cost like 0.25 each. So you can calculate what that is in terms of like how much did it cost me to craft all these 1000 amulets if you want to. I don't recommend it because it could really hurt. But in total, let's just say it cost slightly north of 10 high runes. I say cost, I didn't pay for these. I just found most of them and was given some of them to do this crafting session. So obviously that's not really what this is all about. But yeah, that's about the value of all the materials, about 12 to 13 high runes. Did we manage to pay it back? This time I don't think so. I think on the amulets, the blood amulets, were a little bit luckier. But hopefully on the next days we're going to be luckier than this one. With that said, let's look to the future, what's waiting for us on crafting day number 3. And day number 3 will be hit power. And even though hit power amulets are very good, in my opinion, we're actually going to spend our days crafting rings. And rings also use AMs. You can see AM plus a perfect sapphire plus a jewel is how you make a hit power ring. The reason we make hit power rings is actually for the Amazons and also for barbarians. It guarantees 2 to 4 max damage. And I think that's a really interesting type of ring. You can make incredibly powerful rings for melee characters. Amulets are also very strong. I made a lot of hit power amulets for my druid. I think they're very good for shapeshifter druids. Hit power chests are also not bad. Gloves are used sometimes for Amazons and Act 1 mercs. But we'll talk about all that tomorrow, I guess. I hope you enjoyed this video. Another crafting week video will be released tomorrow. Remember, on the 1st of August, we start our GSF, a new fresh start for our season with a new character yet to be decided. But I do have kind of like a direction for it. So look forward to that, I guess. With that said, have a good whatever you're having. I'm gonna go back to grinding. And till the next time, on the next video or the next stream, bye.